And there was a kind of like, oh, thank God. Yeah. Really, really nice. Okay. Jeez, a relief.
Because you could fake love.
And honestly, that was it. I mean, then we had a great map. We had this incredible map of a script and the potential of these extraordinary characters and the journey they were going to go on. But there's a lot of, sniffing around when you're an actor. Like, are you going to go there? Are you going to go there? Like, how far are you going to go? Are you happy to? Can I do this? Can you do this? And it just became very apparent very quickly. I think we did a lot of that also in the offices while we were sort of meeting, other.
But it was complicated because I was directing too.
Yeah.
So it's like, but he's so generous. Like, he started on this thing. He called me. This was his with Zach and Kate, and so there was a weird thing about him coming to me with like, well, how would you feel if I did this? Or this is what I'm thinking about backstory for my character and your character, and I want to talk to you about that because it affects your character, but also as a director, is that the tone you're thinking? So, but with his professionalism and his kindness, he was, really so deferential, and still to this day, all the way through the process, I don't know.
But let's get down to the nuts and bolts. The nuts and bolts are, you turn up on the day and there's nowhere to hide, right? It's like, it's not like Clint Eastwood, it's like, but the camera's rolling. It's like, okay, we're doing this, and there's an immediate sense of security when you go, okay, I can go this far and you can go that far, and we can play, and it's all in the, you're looking in the eyes and you're kind of half laughing, or you're not, or you're scaring each other, going, oh, whoa, okay, you're going to go there. And a lot of which, by the way, are those weird parameters of family. Like, oh, you're going to shout at me now? Or you may hit me, but now you're going to hug me? And you build those very quickly. And I felt from the get-go, it sounds gushy, I'm sorry. But, from the get-go, it felt, this is very safe. This is going to get, and it's only going to get better. But it felt immediately very safe, and
because we were allies, in between action and cut, the director can't get to you. He's sitting in Video Village, or she, and it's your scene to kind of play with there.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm in there with you. So it's incumbent upon me to make the other actors feel safe. Like I'm an ally. We're equals here. We're teammates here. And some actors are comfortable with me kind of whispering direction in the middle of the take, as Jude was, and then some others are not, and you have to respect that too. And it was very, very easy. His set IQ is off the charts, and professionalism and generosity. It was. I don't think there was a hiccup.
What was fascinating though, in my memory, and obviously the show's about to be released, so the four of us have been out talking about it, and then it becomes like this sort of weird therapy where you're suddenly kind of reminiscing on the process and what it took. But what is fascinating is from that first day when we shot the scene in the canteen, in the cafeteria, when we first meet.
That's a diner.
The diner, sorry. The cafeteria. To like, the last day. I mean, how we shifted that. That was extraordinary.
Right, well they said that so well in the script is also, like, in some scenes, Jake is the alpha, and other scenes Vince is the alpha. They alpha beta all the time.
Yeah.
One is a real smart guy, and the other one's a dumbass, and that flips beautifully throughout all the episodes. And you need a good partner for that, because it's not really declared. You kind of have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, I was just